Professional mastery is the level of competence displayed by individuals, combat teams, headquarters, formations, and units. In war, the Army's professional mastery is measured by the performance in battle. In peacetime, the Army's professional mastery is judged by how well it is prepared for the next conflict. This means that the professional mastery in a peacetime army combines high skill levels with a continuous pursuit of improvement. Professional mastery is the single most important prerequisite for operational success. The AAR is a professional discussion of events focused on performance standards which enables soldiers to discover for themselves what happened, why it happened, and how to sustain strengths and fix weaknesses. It is not a mission debrief, rather it is a tool for commanders that they can use to get maximum benefit from every mission, exercise, and task. A mission debrief relates to the task a section was given. For example, when the section is tasked to conduct a reconnaissance patrol where specific information was required, an AAR provides candid insight into specific soldiers, leaders, and unit strengths and weaknesses from various perspectives. It provides feedback and insight into critical training and details often lacking in debriefs alone. The key outcomes are the observations, insights, and lessons that are used to adapt tactics, techniques, and drills, training, equipment, and doctrine, and to reinforce achievements of objectives on future missions or activities. To guide, a section or platoon level AAR should take approximately 40 to 60 minutes. A recommended format for the AAR is as follows: introduction and scope, review of training objectives, commander's mission and intent, enemy commander's mission and intent, relevant doctrine, TTPs, summary of recent events, what happened, key issues, why it happened and how to improve, optional issues, safety or summarize any prior discussions about safety, and closing comments by leaders. The AAR should be recorded by a member or the person leading the AAR, and a common format for ease of note-taking is using the columns of sustains, improves, and fixes. The AAR process has 4 steps, being plan, prepare, conduct, and then the follow-up. We will now go into each of these steps in more detail. As a commander, you need to review the mission and tasks in order to plan the conduct of the AAR. List those key issues you believe are necessary. List points which may become stopping points. Determine if there is a need for non-section members to attend. Write down a dot point plan for the AAR. Choose training aids where needed in order to illustrate particular issues. Select an AAR site, rest area, or a neutral site. Plan your AAR, you need to prepare for it. Review any doctrine, training techniques, and SOPs when needed. Collect observations from non-section members who may be able to contribute or were involved. Organize observations, identifying any key discussion or teaching points. Prepare the AAR site and conduct rehearsals. It's time to conduct the AAR. You should seek maximum participation, maintain focus on training objectives, constantly review teaching points, and record any key points or outcomes that may have arisen. The commander will now address the section on the items or aspects of the mission that is to be reviewed, such as planning, battle preparation, execution, and redeployment. The item to be reviewed may be specified during planning or brought up by a personnel attending. Nevertheless, the AAR should address everything that reinforces or undermines the mission. Once the commander has outlined the aspect to be reviewed, he will ask for sustains. The sustain column should include aspects of the item being reviewed that were good and should be sustained. It focuses on identifying tasks in which the unit is proficient. It may be used early to encourage discussion from participants to break the ice. It will highlight tasks that are being performed well and should be maintained. The commander will then move on to the improve column. It should include aspects of the item being reviewed that were poor and needed to be improved, ranging from minor inconvenience to major factors. The information should be recorded in sufficient detail to allow improvement. Finally, the commander will move into the fix column. This should outline the corrective action required in a who is to do what, when, and where. If time is short, the who, when, and where can be completed later, but the what should be completed during the AAR while the memory is fresh and the fixes can be remembered. Now here a quick AAR. Remember the points of sustains, improves, and fixes as you listen.
Okay team, we'll now go through some sustains, improves and fixes for the section attack that we've just conducted. We'll start with sustains. Please give me 2 or 3.
Yep, I think there was really good fire control orders from the 2IC. I also think that everybody adopted the basic drill on contact really well.
Let's have 2 or 3 improves.
I thought we started to converge and get target fixated and potentially better sighting of the support by fire position.
Let's have some fixes.
The quality of target indications.
I would say the passage of information right out to the flanks.
One more.
Our fire discipline. I thought the LSWs were a bit slow to react.
We'll finish up by allocating responsibilities and timelines for the fixes. Under my rifleman, you'll be responsible for the target indications. At 2IC, passage of information between the groups. I will address the fire discipline prior to next week's platoon activity in the CTA.
That now completes the after action review.